We're back in my movie cabinet today. Hey, I'm Amy and welcome back. I had so much fun showing you guys my horror movies collection or my not so scary movies collection a couple of weeks ago. So I thought I would jump back into my cabinet and show you guys something that a lot of people don't really show or talk about because a lot of people don't really have them anymore, are my VHS collection. It's not a huge collection, it's pretty much just what you see right here, but there are some pretty interesting little gems in there. These aren't going to be in any particular order, I'm just kind of going to pick one up off the stack and show you and talk about it for a little bit. The first one is the classic, probably one of my favorite childhood movies, Space Jam. I'm pretty sure I have this entire movie memorized. I've seen it 1,000,001 times. It's such a great movie, and I'm not even a fan of basketball, but I think it's just the Looney Tunes and all that. It's a very nostalgic, fun movie. If I watched it for the first time right now at this very age, I probably wouldn't enjoy it, but I think I enjoy it a lot just because of the nostalgia factor. And the next one is Matilda, another childhood favorite. I think the reason I love this one so much now is because Danny DeVito. I love Danny DeVito.
Oh my God, Danny DeVito, I love your work!
But it's also such a really cute story, and Roald Dahl, I can never say his name right, writes such amazing books, and most of the adaptations of his books are such great movies like this. Next is The Emperor's New Groove. This is another movie that I've seen 1,000,001 times. I can quote it back to front, and anytime it's on TV, I'll probably sit there and just play it on in the background and watch it, listen to it, whatever. I absolutely love this movie. I think there was a TV show, but the original cast wasn't in it. And I'm pretty sure I love this movie so much because of Kronk. No, Kronk. He is probably the best character in this movie. He's so great. Next, The Princess Diaries. This one, of course, I can quote. A lot of the movies that I have on VHS are movies that I brought from home when I moved out to California that I really, really loved. So I can quote them because I love them so much. This one is one that I watched 1,000,000 times because I started reading the books after this. I think it was after this movie came out I started reading the books. But I loved Anne Hathaway in this movie, and Julie Andrews is like a saint to me. Growing up, The Sound of Music was my favorite movie of all time. So because Julie Andrews is in this, I think is the reason I watch this a whole lot, but I just love this story and it's such a cute movie. I'm starting to see there is kind of an order for some of these movies, but I think that's just because I reorganized and I just pulled them out, and so they are kind of in some order. So this is part of my family collection, which I'm going to be doing a whole other video on how I organize all of my DVDs once I get them all organized and the system that I have for it all prepared. It's going to take me a while for that though. But anyways, the next movie is Jumanji. There is a new Jumanji movie coming out in December with The Rock, which I am on the fence about. I'm going to see it, but it looks okay. It looks pretty good. The cast looks so great, so I'm definitely going to see it because I love the cast. But I really don't know how I feel about them remaking one of my favorite movies. This is such a classic, probably my favorite Robin Williams movie after Aladdin. And my final movie for the big, thick cases is Jungle to Jungle. This one I haven't seen in a while. It's Tim Allen, and I don't know the name of the kid in it. But this was one that I watched a lot as a kid, but I haven't really watched since. I found this for like $1 or something at a resale shop, or the library that I used to go to was selling it or something. But I found this and I was like, I remember watching this a lot, and I tried watching it again. It doesn't hold up as well now like a lot of these other movies do, but it's still a fun movie. I might try to watch it again sometime. Okay, so my camera battery died, and if everything looks a little different, that's why. Let's just keep on moving. The next VHS I have is one that I haven't seen, but it has a very cool story behind it. That is Schindler's List. It is a double VHS, like the Titanic, which back in the 90s, most long movies were on 2 VHS tapes and you had to get up and switch it, which a lot of people now don't really remember that because the DVD can hold hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of footage, whereas this I think is like an hour and a half on each tape. Anyways, I have not seen Schindler's List. It is going to be one of my 1001 Movies Challenge videos very soon. But the way I got this was I used to work on this web series about this lady who flipped houses, and one of the houses that we went into had an entire shed full of movies, and she's like, take whatever you want, I own this house now. They just left all this stuff. So I was like, Schindler's List. I have everything else in here pretty much. I don't have this, so I got Schindler's List. Next is yet another movie I have seen so many times, and it's the reason, or one of the many reasons why I love Jake Gyllenhaal, October Sky. I don't know why I love it so much. Well, I know why I love it so much. It's a great movie. It's about science and space and Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's such a heartwarming movie. And it's also a semi-biopic kind of movie, which I have a soft spot for biopics. This is a really great movie. If you've never seen it, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's probably on Netflix, I believe, if you don't have a VHS player like I do. And now we're getting back into some more animated movies, or a animated movie with Shrek. This is actually one that I got from a family video. There's stickers all over it that show that it was one that I just picked up out of the bargain bin that nobody wanted anymore. I also have this on DVD somewhere in here. Fun fact, even though I already had the VHS, Shrek was one of the first DVDs I ever owned. The next movie is one that a lot of people may not know about. They know about Mary Kate and Ashley, but they may not have seen New York Minute. The only reason I love this movie so much is pretty much because Simple Plan is in it. They've been my favorite band since I was like 10 years old. And the entire plot of the movie centers around Mary Kate's character going to New York and seeing Simple Plan live. And I'm pretty sure Ashley's character is in New York as well, going to a Model UN conference or something like that. But it's a very wacky, very funny movie. Eugene Levy's in it. Ozzy Osbourne's son is in it as Mary Kate's manager, I think. But it's definitely a must-watch if you are a fan of Simple Plan or you are a fan of Mary Kate and Ashley and you have not seen this movie. Next, I have yet another Robin Williams movie, and this is another movie that I watched a ton as a kid. I haven't seen it in quite some time, but it is Ferngully, The Last Rainforest. I used to love this movie, but then I started to dislike it because it made me cry. Robin Williams plays Batty.
Hello. I'm a nocturnal placental flying mammal, a member of the family of Pterodidai, or Pterodidni. If you can't tell, I'm a bat!
It's pretty much just such a cute movie, and I think it's one of the like subconscious reasons why I care about animals and the environment so much is because this movie basically centers around caring about the environment and saving the rainforest. Next is a movie I know my best friend will love. It is the Backstreet Boys for the fans. This is a Burger King movie. I think if you went to Burger King when this movie came out, which was probably around 2001, 2002, because it's pretty much a concert DVD, the concert movie of their Millennium Tour, which I went to, and I think it was filmed in, like the concert portion was filmed in Indianapolis at either the concert the night before, which my best friend was at, or the concert that I was at, which was the next night. It's pretty much like any other concert film. They show the concert mixed in with interviews and things like that, showing their daily life on tour and how they a little bit of how they became the Backstreet Boys. But this is a Burger King tape. You could buy it at Burger King when you went and bought other stuff. They had like a CD as well. I have another classic movie coming up, Forrest Gump. This is a classic. The first Tom Hanks movie I think I ever remember seeing. I probably saw another one, but I love this movie. I just love this movie so much. It's such a cute story, and I think one of the reasons why I love it is because it's got that biopic kind of feel where you go back in history a little bit with Forrest and see everything from his perspective and kind of see how events would have unfolded if he was there, or maybe he was there. We just don't know. I only have 2 more VHS tapes left, and they are some pretty funny ones because this is getting into kind of the comedy section of how I have my tapes organized. But Mean Girls is a classic. I don't know why I have this on VHS and not DVD because I didn't realize that they had this. This came out when VHS were still around. I think I got this when I was in Hawaii back in like my freshman year of high school. Which one did this movie come out? 2004? Yeah, that makes sense, but I didn't think VHS tapes were still around in the early 2000s. But I love this movie so much. It's stupid, it's funny, it's Tina Fey and Amy Poehler and Tim Meadows. It's probably my last, or probably the last great Lindsay Lohan movie and my favorite Lindsay Lohan movie. It has such classic lines.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen.
And the last movie I have is another movie that I pulled out of the library dollar bin probably. I can't, actually maybe not, maybe I just found this somewhere. But it's Ace Ventura, Pet Detective When Nature Calls. Or maybe it's just Ace Ventura When Nature Calls, but I actually really like the original Ace Ventura better. But this one is still really funny and it has that really classic scene of Jim Carrey crawling out of the fake rhino butt. And a lot of people don't like it, like my mom. She's not a big fan of Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey. He is such a talented, great actor. I actually just watched a Netflix documentary about him and Andy Kaufman, which I was going to do a video for today, but I decided to do the review on Stardust. So if you want to see my thoughts on Jim and Andy, check out Stardust. And I had the Truman Show too, but I have the Truman Show on VHS, but I don't have it with me, which is another Jim Carrey movie that I really, really love. I think he's such a talented actor, dramatic and comedic. And those are all my VHS tapes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I probably will be getting more soon, and I'll do an update video because I probably, well, I know my mom is watching, so Mom, if you can send me some VHS tapes, I would love to take them off of your hands because I love having all of my VHS tapes, and I actually have a VHS player to watch them, so I probably will be doing an update video on this when I do get some more VHS tapes. And I love VHS tapes because the quality may be horrible compared to like a Blu-ray or something, but it's the nostalgia factor and I love that nostalgia factor. So those are all my VHS tapes. Let me know what you think. Do you guys still have VHS tapes? Do you still have a VCR? A lot of people are so surprised when I say I have both of those things still. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you, whoever you are. Let me know who you are in the comments down below and let's be friends. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're new because I talk movies, TV shows, filmmaking, my collection, and all that fun stuff. So I'll see you guys next time and have a great day. Bye!